Hello there, I'm Helen Statler, your Destiny Helper. Thank you so much for all of my new subscribers. I am elated with the different questions that you're asking, the emails, the letters. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that these programs are assisting you to healing and assisting you to wholeness because you are more than what you think you are. And many of you have experienced so much trauma bonding. You don't think that there's no release for you, but there is. God has assured your destiny. Excuse me. And it is an honor and a thrill for me to come to you and to be a blessing to you. You know, when you are dealing with narcissistic relationship, it's not a regular relationship. I am sorry, had something in my eye. If you will excuse me for a moment here. There you go. And so many of you are dealing with narcissistic relationship, which is a very pressurized, torturous relationship. And many of you have been in these relationships for years and you wondering, is there any relief? And then finally you get out of it. And so the question of the day is, I keep going back. What do I do? Look, when you go back and you notice each time you break a NC, NC stands for no contact. No contact means that you don't have any contact with them. You're not going through their social media. You're not referring to old pictures. You're not looking to see what they're doing, even though you may want to. You don't. You resist it at all costs. You don't do text messages. You don't do phone calls. Some of you may have to change your number, block them, do whatever necessitate for you to stay in C, because the no contact is when the brain heals, the fog relieves, the mind clears, and you start all the defamation of character and deprivation of life that you have received from them, and all of the gaslighting, lying, and devaluation. You need time to heal, and some of you even breaking that Stockholm syndrome where you actually defend the predator, and the predator have made you think that you're in love with the torment itself, and that's trauma bonding. You can fall out of love, but you can't fall out of trauma, and that Stockholm syndrome is to torture you and love you, torture you and love you, torture you and love you, till you totally confuse the brain, and the brain don't know what to think. So the brain get used to the trauma and it start looking for it, because the trauma come, but the brain start looking for, like a dog that is in training, or or animal that is in training. You give a little bit. If you're training a lion, you give the lion a reward for doing what you say, and then you train the lion and you don't give it a reward, and you make the lion start looking for moments that perhaps this may be the time I get the treat. So they would do it anyway. So the lion get used to not knowing when the treat come, but they know that as they obey the command, the treats eventually come. And that's what happened with your brain. You get trauma bonded, the Stockholm syndrome, when you start defending your prey and you start loving your predator, and you stop saying that they're wrong, and you start defending them. You start defending the trauma, and you are retraining your mind and adjusting your mind that now you cannot have a normal relationship. You need a relationship with drama. You need a relationship with pressure, because you've been trained. And so that many times will cause you, because you're addicted to that narcissist. You've been discarded out of the blue. When you get a discard, the narcissists just drop you. They don't tell you they're going to drop you. They don't tell you that they're leaving. They don't tell you that they have another specimen. They leave you. They leave you looking for them. They leave you wanting them. They're leaving you hunting them. They're leaving you expecting for them to come home at night. They don't. They don't. No warning. No warning to this pain mate. You end up having to walk this one all by yourself. Then just as you walk this thing out, they show up. They show up and then they love you and they're sorry and they cry. And you think they're crying because they love you. They don't love you. A narcissist is totally how can I say, aware. They are totally into themselves. Whatever they do is for them. Now, if you become a product to help them, then you become a product to help them. But nothing you do is for you. Nothing you do is about you. And so when you break that no contact, and some of you have been freed. You have been tortured so much. You have sustained physical abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, enslavement, where your will has been enslaved, physical entanglement, which has a soul tie. And then you got all of these hormones working through your body for addiction. So you are addicted, you are trauma bonded, you have Stockholm syndrome, you have enslavement, you're losing your reality, your mind is fogged. Some of you have a sustainable brain injury, PTSD, PTSD. So you got all of this that is going on in the relationship, and you finally escape and you stay free. You are hurt. So for the first month, the pain is so tremendous. You feel strong in the no contact, but then slowly, like a woman having a baby, you forget the pain. And now you want them. You want them because you want a sexual gratification. You want them because you have an addiction to them. You want them because you feel like you can't do without them. You feel like you're going to die. You got to get in contact with them. You get on social media, you tell yourself no, and then you get on social media, you follow what they're doing, you follow who they're talking to, and then the moment you connect with them on social media, that addiction start right back up. And then the next thing you know, I'm not going to call them while you're dialing the number. And then they respond. They respond because it's a fuel opportunity. If you go back from a no contact, the torment is worse than what caused you to leave in the first place. The torment is worse from the original discard. Now, if you were wounded and hurt, and some of you wrote me and say, I feel like I don't want to live. I feel like I can't live. I can't live without them. Your heartbeat is your heartbeat, not both of your heartbeat. You have to change your mind. You have to put your mind in another place for recovery. And when you put your mind in another place for recovery, that takes time. Because 3 months with a narcissist may take 3 years of healing. That's how much damage they do to your mind. And many of them know what they're doing. They have enough experience with traumatizing their victim, with getting supply out of their victim. They get supply through praising you, idealizing you. Then they get fuel from thought fuel when they leave you, and the thought of knowing that you are in torture fuels them. Then they get fuel from actually being with you. They get sexual fuel, financial fuel, anything that helps them become fuel. And you slowly lose who you are every time you submit to a Hoover. Every time you allow them to call you back, they are calling you back into trauma. Your mind forgets what was done to you, the reason why you left, the reason why you escaped, the reason why you breathed in deep when you was discarded. And some of you was so wounded. You didn't understand how one day everything is going good and they just don't call. Well, because they was triangulating. When they're with you, they already got specimens on the line. And when they hook that specimen, you get discarded. And when they discard that specimen, you start being Hoover. And because before they totally discard that specimen, they're going to Hoover you because they need supply. And then when you go break the no contact and they come back, they're already got a triangulation going on. And because they know they're going to discard you because you're going to be punished. When you accept them back, they punish you. When you escape and come back, they punish you. Punishment is inevitable because they punish you for being discarded and for being weak because you have shown your flaws. And when they was love bombing you, you were perfect until your humanity show. You must pay for that. Why? Because they are empty, because they are void, and because they are voided, and because they are empty, and because this empty hole it seems needs so much fuel, and they want to be loved so bad because of rejection, because of torment. This empty hole in them make you pay for what they're feeling, and they feel justified with you being tormented because that's what they are. And so if you discarded the narcissist and come back, oh, the torment is unspeakable. It is unspeakable. You become a commonplace. It's like a lady and a man in a regular relationship, and then she leaves him and come back and leaves him and come back. And then finally she said, I'm leaving you. And he thinks in his mind, who care about you leaving me? You just gonna come back. He said, go ahead, leave me. Why? Because your habit is always coming back. The narcissists think the same thing. You become a commonplace. And the narcissists think you can't do without me because I love bombed you so well. I love bomb your sight. I love bomb your hearing. I love bomb your mouth. I love bomb your emotions. I love bomb your brain. I love bomb your private parts. I love bomb your finances. I love bomb the parental part of you. I love bomb the business part of you. I love bombed you to myself until I hook the total you that you can't do without me. And the narcissists think they are gods and that you can't live without the God of your life. And every time you come back, you prove it. And so because you do that over and over and over, not only do you train, the narcissist train you, but you train the narcissist that what they do work. The reason they learn the cycle of gaslighting, they learn the cycle of cheating and lying, they learn word salad, they learn devaluation, and they learn discard, and they learn hoovering. It's because the specimen itself has trained the narcissist that their torture works, that their trauma bonding work. And you would think, how can you come back? That's why in the love bombing, you are being tested as to the pain. Because if you notice when they was love bombing you, they'll throw something in there that is awkward. And it's crazy what they say. And you thinking, no, you ain't gonna do that. And they'll come back, bam, with something sharp. And you let it go. The narcissist think, okay, we got her. We're gonna keep hooking her. And the more you let things go, the more you let the narcissist know, I can handle your pain. And the more pain you can handle, the more they think of you as a primary supply. Primary supplies get discarded, just like shelf life get discarded secondary, third, fourth, fifth level. It doesn't matter. They all get discarded. They discard their parents. They discard their children. They'll discard their boss. They'll go to silent mode. The narcissist doesn't care whatever it takes for reprieve to rebuild them. The narcissist would do it. Breaking the no contact zone is almost deadly. It's the death of who you are. They don't stop till you die. If you don't physically die, you mentally die. If you don't mentally die, you socially die, financially die. You lose your reality. Which one is real? Because your mind don't know. Your mind is wounded. Your mind is broken. You have a broken soul. And that broken soul has to be healed. It cannot be healed in the place where the narcissist dwell. Because when you fix it, he come and break the same break. It's like a fractured leg. You keep fracturing the leg in the same place. After a while, that leg may need to be amputated. Some of you are going toward an amputated soul. He cuts off part of your soul, and only part of you live. You haven't laughed in a long time. You haven't laughed from your soul, from your gut in a long time. Some of you say, I'm starting to hear voices. It's not his voice, and it's not my voice. It's the voice in my head. You're going to have to clear your head. You're going to have to make strong decisions not to die in your mind. Don't let your soul die. That's what happened to the narcissist. Except you don't become a narcissist. You become a dead, soulish victim that will be in an institution looking at four walls, taking medication to survive. You must fight to keep your mind. You must stay no contact. When you break the no contact, it is not over. Don't go to pity, go to power. Re-engage the order. Resubmit the boundaries. Get up again. You said, it's my fourth time. Doesn't matter how many times. It's like coming home from work. You come home the same way all the time, but you get home. You get up again. You get up and you keep getting up. You make mistakes. We make mistakes. Get up again. It is not over. Reinstitute those boundaries and build your mind. Fill your mind. Anything broken can be fixed. We have repairment. If you're a Christian, the Holy Spirit is there to repair your mind. The Word of God is there to repair your mind. If you're not a Christian and you leaning yourself to a higher power, what do you do with that higher power? What is your positive injection for yourself that you rebuild yourself? Some of you go through deep meditation. Some of you go to, you're Muslim, you go to the Quran. Some of you go to just a higher power source of peace. You go to what strengthens your mind. Don't let your mind break. When your mind break, there is a deep well that the mind seems like it's falling in. And the voice started becoming fake, fake, until you lose reality. And when you listen to people talk, it sounds like you don't understand. And you're trying to understand them. Plain communication hurts the mind. You see what they don't see. You hear what they don't hear. You're entering into a world. The narcissist is deviant. They have a deviant force, a malignant force that works with them. It's empty, it's dead, it's dark. There's no life in it. Nobody will light torture people like you've been tortured. How many sustainable years will you continue this? Because where you are, your life isn't when you're with them. The life of your child isn't. The life of your grandchild isn't when you're with them. You deserve to breathe. You deserve to live. You deserve to grow. You are beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made. You got to get your fight back. You answered the Hoover through the text. You answered the Hoover through the call. You Facebook them, Instagram, Twitter, all the other media mechanism you utilize. You wrote them. You drove by the house, showed up at the job. You went where you knew they would be, and you were located. Now you're crying again, deeper, because you know I should not have come back. It is not over. The strength you had, you have a greater strength. The power you had, you have a greater power. You can do it again. Get up. Open the curtains of your mind. Let the light of life come in again. Recalibrate your goals. Recalibrate your mind. Be able to look yourself in the face and say, girl, man, get up. Get up again. You deserve more than what you're getting. Life doesn't end with them. And life did not begin with them. You had a life before the narcissist she and the narcissistic he. That's what drew them to you. You were so full of life. You were so full of energy. You were so full of laughter. You were so full of hope. You had dreams and goals, and the narcissists craved it. They were addicted to your moment. That fuel ran through your life, and they gulped it like a starving, thirsty, famished woman or man until they drain you. All your fuel is still there. Go underground. How you go underground is to go in the depth of your mind. Get you a book. Read. You must stimulate yourself again. Positive affirmation again. You said, but I'm not around anybody. Honey, you don't need anybody. If you got God, you got somebody. Those positive affirmations, get you a book. Get you a Kindle on your phone. Read. Read out loud. Read every day. Go to the bathroom. Look yourself in the face. Talk to you. When it's hard to look at you, talk to you. Tell her, tell him what the narcissist won't tell you. Refute everything they say that you are not. You are that and more than that. You are powerful. You are mighty. You are a stimulus and you are alive. Your heart is beating. Your body is breathing. Your mind is ticking. You are intelligent. You are creative. You got goals and you got dreams. Get up again. Go no contact again. Put up the boundaries again. Life is not over. Who gets to tell you that it is? Not your killer mate. Not your destroyer. You don't get to tell me my life is over. I am just beginning. And so are you. Life is beautiful and it's powerful every day with you in it. Grow every day. Go to my videos, listen to them, every one of them. Go to Dr. Carmen Bryant video, Kim Saeed, Assistant Direct. Go to them every day. Go and build yourself up. Don't you die there. That place is too small for the big you. You existing, you are living. When you went back, it wasn't over. If you left and went back, there's proof that you got a strength in you that you keep minimizing. Get up. Open the curtains. Don't stay in the dark. And don't you dare let down. You are a lion or a lioness. Let your roar be heard because you can live again. Once you break contact, it is not over. You get up and you do it again. And you say, but you don't know how many times I broke contact. Doesn't matter. It's not how many times you fail. It's how many times you get up. Each time you get up, it's a greater determination. It's a greater strength. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are so marvelous. Until the narcissists want your fuel. If you are nothing, why do they desire what you have? NC is designed just for you. No contact. Get the fog out of your mind. Get the failure out of your life. And get the lies out of your thoughts. Rise up again. No contact. Once you implement it, you don't stop. It's not over, but it's very dangerous every time you go back. I pray that you get the strength and that you can feel and sense the strength from me. And I pray that you take this strength and grow it and do something with it. I pray that your life is the greatest success. You won't love bombing. Have success bombing. Have victory bombing. Have your own deliverance bombing. Get a cupcake. Get yourself some tea. Celebrate your brand new victory. Failure means you quit. It doesn't mean you're getting up again. So you're not a failure. You are getting up again. I look forward to hearing your emails. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and push the bell so anytime I do a new video, you will be alerted. Like and share the page. Help another brother. Help another sister. We are in your corner and we are fighting for you. And we are not tired yet. We win this. Get up again. Do it again. You will make it. And soon it'll be your videos that they're listening to. I'm Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. I'll see you on the next video. Remember, subscribe. Love you.